Hey there, everybody. Welcome to DarkMatch. I'm Tiefus, and I have Vitiligo.
I am Digifox. I'm your foxy elder.
I'm Alan, and I don't have a fucking catchphrase.
And I am No Leaf Clover, the leader of this asylum of fucking lunatics.
Who made you the leader?
I do
Somebody
everything.
did.
It's my money.
I want it now. No.
And on that note, it's time for another edition of What is Iron Sheik Tweeting Now? Had to go back and look for one, but I think I found one. From May the 7th. The Billy Corgan loved the wrestling business, so I love and respect him. His music, good music, to not like jabroni guitar player Hulk Hogan.
Does Hulk Hogan even playing
Who plays air
it's not
guitar?
I would not picture Iron Sheik as a Smashing Pumpkins fan.
I could not imagine it either.
It's kind of odd.
I don't know if it's him being a Smashing Pumpkins fan as much as him appreciating that he's a wrestling fan and also appreciating that Billy Corgan might hate Hulk Hogan.
Did he
Or
get
maybe
the
it's
name
not
right?
as much as it is him being drunk.
He's always drunk.
Yeah, well.
It's kind of...
Anyway. Alright, getting into it. Today's episode is all about WWE Over the Limit 2011. It came at us live from Seattle, Washington last night. And
surprisingly, they decided to have the memorial for Randy Savage.
Oh, they had a little bit of something. They might have something more tonight on Raw, but they various superstars did various little tributes in their matches and in their ring gear.
Yeah.
And at the start of the show, to kick it off before everything else, they showed a picture, in memory of Randy Savage, 1952 to 2011. Nice little nod there. I mean, given the personal animosity between him and Vince McMahon. But
yeah.
Anyway, getting into it, the show kicks off, and start off with a promo. Ooh.
Are we watching Impact Wrestling all of a sudden?
Oh, hey, come on now. You cannot, to be fair, you can't rip on people for starting a show with a promo or a talking segment, because that's what kind of sets up the tone for the night. We can't always just go straight into a match.
Yes.
It's not always a bad idea to establish things verbally before you get into things physically.
Yeah,
especially when you have a freshly turned heel.
Yeah. So anyway, starting off tonight's show, we've got Rey Mysterio versus R-Truth. And R-Truth comes down talking shit on the audience, saying it's a travesty that he didn't have a parking space and he had to walk to the arena like the rest of them in the rain. Sorry, R-Truth, I don't know where you expect to park in Seattle that you're not going to get wet. It's just...
Why couldn't he just park at the arena?
Well, he did, but he didn't have a marked parking space is what the whole thing was.
Go in that place Del Rio always comes in.
Yeah, seriously, go in there. Carpool, damn. Got a big enough limo. But yeah, he cuts this promo talking about, this conspiracy to keep him down and everything, and calls everyone in Seattle a bunch of stinking hippies, which I can't really argue.
Can you tell little Jimmy to shut his mouth or something?
Anyway, then Mysterio comes out, and off we go right into the match.
I'd like to mention 2 really cheap-looking Ford Mustangs on the entrance ramp.
Oh, come on now. They were not cheap.
I don't like them.
Well, I don't like you. Don't be talking shit
just
about Mustangs.
Just because you don't like them doesn't mean they look cheap.
Yeah, don't be talking shit about Mustangs, man. That's the American car.
It's also probably great. And you have to give it a break, because they're most likely broken down on the side of the road anyways.
America!
They can't turn.
Yes, they can. What are you talking about? They can turn. And they're not any different than the Chargers or the Camaros anymore.
Okay.
It's all the same shit. The only difference is the bumper.
I forgot that we were recording an episode of Top Gear.
Ooh. Now, if this was an episode of Top Gear, we'd be outside playing beach volleyball.
Tonight.
Wait, that's Top Gun. Never mind. We're all getting confused. Anyway, into the
Okay,
match.
so
Take it away. It's all you. Do it.
What are you talking about? You're talking.
They wrestle.
God damn.
yeah, R-Truth and Rey Mysterio have a reasonably pretty good match. I mean, all the contrasting to Sacrifice, the matches on this card were pretty good.
Yeah,
the matches on Sacrifice were pretty good. It's just the storytelling was just off, but that's typical.
Mm-hmm.
This show brought it all together. The matches were good. They fit with the stories. They advanced the stories within the matches, and you didn't really see too many botches. Just overall was how it went. This is your typical Rey Mysterio match, though.
Well, you don't like Rey Mysterio, but I thought
No, I'm not saying that as if it's a bad thing. I mean, okay, yeah, you talk about your 5 moves of doom with John Cena or Randy Orton or Hulk Hogan, but I mean, come on, Rey Mysterio is the only guy that regularly sets a guy up where he's hanging head first on the second rope in the middle of the ring, out of nowhere. I mean, moves that other people just fall to the ground for or go right out the ring for with Rey Mysterio. Oh my God, I'm just gonna sit here. Wait for you to kick me in the face.
That predicament never happens in any other situation.
It does, but not very often. Not near as often as it happens. Like, Ray's got magic second rope powers.
Well, at least in this match, it happens somewhat naturally. It's he gives him a Hurricane Rana, and that's what sets it up. And even
that's a common setup for it, though. But I'm saying it's a typical Rey Mysterio match in that there's a lot of spots, a lot of good spots. I mean, psychologically they fit. And you got that standard 619 set up into the Sunset Flipper or West Coast Pop or whichever one he wants to do today. But R-Truth brings his own flair for his own style into the match, and they blend it very well.
Yeah, it was really a great back and forth action between two guys who we haven't seen work together ever before, as far as I can remember, and that it's sort of a rare thing in the WWE where you see two guys who have never wrestled one another. So it was nice to see that, and it was also nice that their styles gelled very nicely with each other, to the point where it's like, okay, well, now there has to be a part 2, because I thought it was a perfect kind of match to set the tone for what would end up being a night of pretty good matches.
Yeah.
Tonight.
And I gotta say, they have similar styles in that, they're both quick, they both use the ropes a lot, but they're different enough that for them to be able to mesh them so well, that was nice to see. That was actually kind of impressive. You usually don't see two quick guys that use the ropes a lot, that use the ropes in a different way, mesh that well.
Yeah.
And before we get too far, it should be noted that R-Truth does not have music right now. He has silence.
Oh, yeah.
He only has...
Yeah, that's something, too. That really caught my ear, I guess I should say.
Maybe his rap bass is so low you can't hear it.
We're supposed to take him seriously now.
The bass frequency of his music is so low that we can't hear it, Allie.
Yeah,
it's so intense that it's just synced up with the tectonic vibrations of the earth.
Yeah,
you can't even feel it.
All you feel is you have to go to the bathroom, but you can't hear the music.
It's the brown note.
You go.
Yes, it is.
What did you think of the match, though, Allie?
It was pretty good. I mean, don't have that much bad to say about it. It was not a bad match at all. It was unique, I think.
And Digi?
Well, for Arch's first pay-per-view match since his heel turn, it was a really good match to sort of get him over as this sort of nut and sour armor type character.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen. He needs music, though. I think we can all agree on that.
I like him without music for some reason. I'm sure at some point he will have music, but I kind of like the fact that he comes out with, to silence. That doesn't happen a whole lot in wrestling anymore, and it's kind of cool when they do it. Like, I remember being pissed when they finally gave Kozlov music. Even though I like his theme, I was like, that was different,
It's something that makes him special, makes him stand out a little bit. I think if they can, I think what they should do is have R-Truth feud with various different title contenders up to WrestleMania, and then finally challenge for the title at WrestleMania, and there is where he debuts his new music. I think that would be a good way to do it.
As long as he doesn't rap again to it.
Yeah. Please, R-Truth, stay out of the studio, because Eve was having conniptions. It was not good for her, and I don't know what kind of sick, twisted game you thought it was, but she was trying to get away with you and you just followed her everywhere. You terrible, terrible human being. I'll say it. I've not been too interested in anything R-Truth has done in a long, long time.
Yeah.
And until he cut his little Jimmy promo a few weeks ago, I was not really that interested in seeing what happened with him at all. And tonight, I'm actually interested in seeing him wrestle, because they're changing it up a little bit with him. His outer ring work, his in-ring work is a little bit different. He's using a few different moves. So it's a good sign
it's a good sign they're doing something right.
I'm interested to see if they keep this going as a Ray Truth feud, or if this is kind of like an Undertaker cycling through the people he feels has wronged him feud.
Remember, he committed the dastardly act of drinking dihydrogen monoxide.
Oh no! What a bitch! Yeah, that is something funny. He used a water bottle as a weapon in the match.
So the match ends when R-Truth gives Rey Mysterio the mic check by doing it the right fucking way. It's a leg hook STO, god damn it, you're not supposed to just... Okay, never mind. I don't want to get up on that tangent. But the winner of the match was R-Truth. He smacked...
I just think it's funny that WWE put water over as just as dastardly a weapon as a cigarette.
How dare he!
And also like to mention
illegal. Clap.
What were you going to say,
I'd like to also mention that if you scream cap every 5 seconds, his face is Photoshop worthy.
I'm sure Rey Mysterio's is too, it's obscured.
Yeah.
He's wearing a mask.
I mean, truth has been great lately. So we go backstage with Todd Grisham, The Miz, and Alex Riley talking about the WWE Championship match. Miz says, I'm going to prove everybody wrong. I've never quitted anything in my entire life. And that he has a game plan for the night. Dun, dun, dun. And then we get Cole and Lawler talking about... And then we get WWE Intercontinental Championship match between Ezekiel Jackson and Wade Barrett.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
Excitement.
To be fair, this was a handicap match because Ezekiel Jackson did have frequent assistance by the back of his head.
If you look at it, you turn to stone.
It's the Medusa complex.
It does look like a bunch of coiled up snakes, doesn't it?
It does.
I do not want to describe what it looks like to me.
It's like
really,
Professor
really old
Kroll's
scrambled eggs. I don't know.
Professor Kroll from Harry.
It's like his brain's trying
Harry
to
Potter.
escape.
It's like someone took a shit on his neck.
But as for the actual match, it was an okay match. It was fairly standard. Not a whole lot to write home about, except what they're trying to get over as Big Zeke's finisher. He body slams. When he body slammed Gabriel 5 times in a row on SmackDown, we thought it was just a funny thing. Like, that was a random piece of booking. Like, why did
they're keeping it going? They're just they won't stop.
Yeah, that That's his fucking finisher.
And, at least with at least with Chris Masters, they gave the full Nelson a different name.
Yeah.
This is still just fucking scoop slams and.
You think you'd learn from like the third time it happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Stop running at him that way.
Take that, Ahmed Johnson.
He doesn't have enough knee pads. But, yeah, it's a really kind of weird... I guess it's his finisher, because he's done it twice now, where he body slams someone 5 times and then puts them in a torture rack. Which, yeah, that would hurt, but it's not a fucking finishing move. Why can't he just have the torture rack as his finisher? What's the problem with that?
I guess the slam is just the setup to the finisher, the softening move, not really the finisher.
Why can't he do
he needs some more variety, definitely.
Yeah.
What is this, a SmackDown versus Raw match?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, he's taking a page out of my playbook there. I'm telling you, Lars, it's coming. I'm going to scoop slam the hell out of you. And I'm going to super kick you.
Well, I mean, Lars better start shaking.
Yeah.
Shaking in his size 4 boots.
Yeah,
it's really small.
That he bought from Don West.
He's going to be begging to run into that wall behind him.
So, like I said, this was a fairly standard match. There's nothing to really write home about. It ends...
it's kind of a bad thing when you can... The best thing you can say about a match is, well, they didn't fuck anything up.
Yeah, and it wasn't a bad match. It was just kind of like, oh, well, that match was there.
And that's the kind of thing you want to be able to say about a Superstars match.
Yeah.
But this is a pay-per-view, and they need to step it up. They need to get... Wade Barrett's ready for more. He is ready for more. He's ready for bigger, better things, but Zeke just isn't quite there yet, so Wade is being held back to help him along. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but goddamn, Zeke, it's a fucking pay-per-view match. Let's get some variety.
It ended by disqualification when people ran in. Heath Slater in his new pants. And somebody else, I forgot.
Oh, God, those pants.
Oh, my God, Wade. Look at my pants.
Like,
God damn it, Heath.
Jesus.
Those pants got him disqualified.
Technical foul, fashion.
You can be disqualified for really bad taste.
Yes.
and for looking like the Wendy's girl.
Yeah,
it's just that way.
Ooh.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Looking like Sheamus' sister.
A Sheamus.
I don't know where you guys are taking. Oh, shit. The commentary just made me yawn.
But,
I don't know where.
We see.
I don't know where you guys take this conversation, but Jesus.
We see the core interferes. Zeke is the winner by disqualification, and the core raises his hand after the match. Like I said, fairly standard match. Nothing to write home about. It was just okay-ish. And then we go backstage with that other supposedly dominant group of CM Punk and Mason Ryan are walking around the backstage area, but they walk into their locker room and see that Michael McGillicuddy and David Otunga have gotten their asses kicked, because this is a big-time heel fucking group, you know?
I should have been you.
Let's bury the new Nexus even more.
Oh, what was that line Punk said? He told them to walk it off, right?
Yeah, pretty much. He was pretty much like, rub some dirt on it. It's okay.
Like,
yeah,
you pussies, get back up.
Rub some mud on it, walk it off, take a Tylenol.
Go to the snack bar.
Drink water, you'll be okay.
Yeah, basically Punk, Mason Ryan gets all pissed off, and Punk is like, dude, chill. They're the fucking jobbers anyways. We have a thing to do, so don't be all pissy about it, you know. It's not a big deal. And of course,
I wonder how that must make Otunga feel. That, you know, he went from being the GM of Raw for a night to being on the same level as McGillicuddy.
Well, he's the tag team partner of the genesis of the beginning of the start, the very start of Mil Gallopay.
This moment on, this will be the moment.
Starting now.
Yes!
No. Never.
Excellence!
You missed your moment by talking about your moment.
This is the moment of the moment. It has passed.
This is the moment in which my entire career died.
Mustaches!
But, moving right along, our next match for the night is Sin Cara versus Chavo Guerrero. Chavo has his magic on.
Chavo's getting a push.
He's getting so much of a push as long as it takes Sin Cara to learn the WWE style and learn English.
Then the magic chopper lights activated.
Yep.
Yes, they put on the magic Sin Cara lights. Can I ask you guys if you guys are annoyed by that? Because I really don't have a problem with that. But I still I've seen a lot of people complaining about the magic Sin Cara lights.
I think for the first month he was here, I mean, up until he had his first pay-per-view match, it would be okay. But now that, once he's at a pay-per-view and we're trying to get back to, okay, he's a serious contender within, the locker room and he's got to work around with everyone else, let's cut the shit now and let's get back to brass tacks. Is he going to win or is he going to lose? Don't fucking give it away at the start of the match.
Well, I guess it's okay against Chavo.
No. Even then, I mean, even though it's Chavo, this guy deserves credit.
When the lights are activated, they are weakened.
Don't book your pay-per-view to be just, okay, watch this guy go over an enhancement talent. I mean, this is where the matches are supposed to take place that are like, ooh, what's going to happen? That's what these shows are for. These aren't,
let him lose.
Superstars.
Well, he will lose eventually.
But this isn't the part of his career where he should be losing on a regular basis, No.
This is where they need to build him up as a legitimate threat, cement him as someone to watch. So.
Yeah, so that's my thing about my thing is just be patient. I know there's some quirky things they're doing right now, and I know the Sin Cara lights kind of spoiling the match, and I understand if you're not cool with that, but they're trying to get the guy over for now. It's not going to be a thing that lasts forever, so just sit back and relax, and in a couple months we probably won't even be talking about the Sin Cara lights because he's going to have one match where he loses under the lights and it's going to be over.
Well, yeah, that's just. I mean, I understand what they're doing, but it's a little bit too telegraphed. I think it's just. I mean, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's fucking ruining it. I hate it. But at the same time, it's like, come on.
So,
I guess we're just enjoying.
We know he's going to win we know he's going to be undefeated for a couple months anyway. So what does it matter if he has?
Yeah. But as for the actual match, again, a very solid match. And a match that I think everyone was like, oh, well, they're going to work with the lucha style and that. But it really wasn't a lucha style match. It was I thought it was a pretty technical match for all intents and purposes. They did some of the high-flying stuff.
It is fairly technical, I mean.
Yeah.
He went for the flying head scissors, but I think he was too close to the rope or turnbuckle and kind of fucked it up, so they had to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a couple spots there, where and that's kind of the lucha style. You're gonna get it going, momentum, and oh shit, can't stop. Fuck. You just kind of fucking roll with it and just do what you can with it and recover and get back where you want to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Sin Cara's big issue is going to be, is learning how to slow himself down enough, like Rey Mysterio has, and still keep true to the lucha style, but still work it in something that is going to be acceptable long term for American fans.
He still needs to install brakes.
Yeah. Hopefully air brakes, because my pun. Anyway.
But
nothing.
Yeah. Good.
Fuck you.
No, nothing. Anyway, good match between two good competitors, and yeah,
WWE.
Sin Cara's winning streak rolls on.
And then
WWE
WWE,
Clearly.
and then we get an anti-bullying commercial.
Remember,
Yes,
do not
we-
entertain at home.
Here's what I'll say real quick about their bullying commercial. I know we made fun of the Eliminate the Hate thing. I didn't like the Eliminate the Hate thing for another reason other than the fact that it was fucking stupid. I hated the Eliminate the Hate thing because they weren't fucking affiliated with any anti-bullying group that I've ever fucking heard of. Like WWE, they're partnered with GLAAD and a bunch of other anti-bullying groups, and they're taking it seriously. It's a PR move, but it's not just for PR. They're legitimately trying to help. It's kind of like the Make-A-Wish stuff. With TNA, it was such a fucking, oh look, we're doing something about bullying, even though we're fucking not. We're just half-assing it. So I felt like
It's kind of like the drug testing policy.
You mean they say it's there, but it's not really?
Yeah, like, we're doing this, look at us, we're doing stuff, and they're not really doing shit. It's lip service.
At least they had the faces doing it this time, not the heels.
Yeah.
And the mini.
We make people pee in a cup, okay. And then we throw it out. Alright.
Or Bear Grylls drinks it.
Ooh.
Ew.
Isn't that Dreamer's job?
Oh, God.
Alright, so,
Look it up.
So, we go backstage with Todd Grisham, who's with Randy Orton and Christian. Grisham says they've been very respectful towards each other going into the pay-per-view. And Christian is talking about how, losing would be pretty much the worst thing ever, and that he's not mad at Randy Orton. He wants his shot. He wants another opportunity to become, World Heavyweight Champion. It's nothing personal, but he's going to lay it out all on the line. And Christian says, Christian says he's sure he'll win back the belt, and Orton knows it deep down in his soul. And Orton's like, dude, you're pretty good, but fucking no, don't you know who I am? I am almost John Cena. Ain't gonna happen tonight.
I just need the Technicolor and then it'll be complete.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm the number 2 face in the company. You ain't going over me.
Since I'm on the B show, that makes me the number 1 of the 2s, and that makes me the big shit.
Good one.
This isn't Superstars, Christian.
This is Superstars, Christian. You can't be the number 3 of the number 1s of the number 2.
Are you
That's
doing
me.
Steiner math again?
Well, it
You
kind of
can't
works
be
with
the
the Orton
ones.
voice.
Ones of the
I mean,
twos.
Steiner math would so work with the Orton voice. It'd be perfect.
So, we go to the ring, and I guess someone backstage was like, oh, hey, I guess that, we didn't give Del Rio anything to do on the show. Can I do something about that? So, he comes out and, cuts a promo. And, he says he wants to talk about his destiny. And, immigration problem in the country is disgusting. Thousands of illegal Canadians are crossing the border to America.
Legal. Jesus.
Bringing their illegal syrup.
He's talking about you, Sarita.
Del Rio may as well just have a giant troll face.
Canadians with their maple syrup and their Degrassi and their Alanis Morissette.
I'd like to mention a little.
Fuck you, Celine Dion. Fuck you and your job taking.
I'd like to mention a little pop-up for like a little album picture with his face on it while the music was playing. And I thought if you bought the album, it would just be 8 tracks of him laughing at you.
That'd be great. I honestly think that comment about illegal Canadians was a jab at Mexico America not having any fucking Mexicans in it whatsoever.
I hope
That's
so.
a good point.
Thank you.
More than I thought they were.
They've both sides have been really stepping it up lately, and WWE's been much more subtle about it, but they've definitely been stepping it up.
Yeah. Del Rio goes on to say he's not upset that he's not in the WWE Championship match. because he can make either one. He can make Cena or Miz say I quit, and it's only a matter of time before he's WWE champion, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. And then Big Show and Kane's music randomly hits. And Kane's Kane's like, grr, I'm already angry because the fucking rapture didn't happen.
See, that was good, topical, timely humor.
Yeah. It's not like TNA tapes its stuff, so, in like a couple weeks, they're going to make a rapture joke, and it's going to be way fucking old.
No, not just a joke.
Why even bother?
Not just a joke. Entire storyline, I swear.
That's going to be a business new gimmick. He's going to be the bringer of the rapture.
A business rapture.
Where's my ring? Rapture!
Basically, Kane says to Del Rio, if he doesn't leave the ring, his destiny is to end up like McGillicuddy and Otunga did. And
DNA. Hire me.
Yeah. So that rolls right into the CM Punk versus Mason Ryan match for the WWE.
CM Punk and Mason Ryan versus Big Show and Kane, not versus each other.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. For the WWE.
To be fair, they were leaning in that direction for about a week, and then they just fucking reversed it.
Yeah.
So
for the WWE Tag Team Championships, this was pretty much a match in which Punk and Mason Ryan got shit beat out of him for 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot to say. It was really just the heels getting pounded on. There was a very cool spot, though, in which CM Punk, he body slammed someone, I think, and then he looks at the top turnbuckle, he climbs up top, and the whole time, everyone in the chat is like, oh, he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it, and then he points up to the sky.
He's gonna do it.
Yeah, he points up to the sky in tribute of Macho Man Randy Savage. He tries to drop the elbow.
Man.
He tries to drop the elbow, and he completely fucking misses it, which I thought was funny.
Yep.
Didn't he have Macho Man scribbled on his wristbands?
Yeah, I think
he did. He did. Yes, he did. This is another pretty good match. Just Kane and Big Show being Kane and Big Show, which is tried and true. You can't really go wrong with that. Mason Ryan being Mason Ryan, so Batista was there. And CM Punk being the theatric one of the group. And God bless CM Punk and his fucking theatrics.
Diet Batista.
Yeah.
It was funny to hear Mason Ryan speak earlier because he sounds exactly like Wade Barrett.
Maybe he's
wait.
Maybe he's their love child or something.
I hope.
Let's not think about that.
Wade Pista?
I'm sorry, did I creep everybody out?
Made the hair stand up on the back of my neck.
I'm going to have to go through puberty again after that one.
Oh, man.
But, the winners, of course, actually, that was one of my predictions that I got wrong because I thought Mason Ryan and Punk were going to pull it out. But their winners were Cade and Big Show, who double choke slammed Mason Ryan to retain the WWE Tag Team Championships. And then we get a really weird fucking promo for Capital Punishment featuring footage of Barack Obama answering questions, and it was just very weird. I know it's in DC, but come on, it was just weird.
Capital Punishment.
Did you see the poster for that? It's just horrible. I think it looks like a bullfrog.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't have a dead Obama.
But after we get that promo, we roll right on to our next match, which is the WWE Divas Championship match between Kelly and Brie Bella.
Oh my God!
It's uneventful and boring and
okay,
useless.
so Brie and Nikki come out first, and they're standing in the ring, and then comes out Kelly, and she's wearing this blue thing, and it looks pretty good on her. And then the bell rings, and Brie just pounces on her, and Kelly fights back, and it's kind of going back and forth a little bit. And then there's a tarantula. They get the tarantula going on the ring ropes, and it's great. And Kelly goes up top, and she hits a cross body for a 2 count. All right, I'm done with that shit. I can't fucking do that anymore.
Call my girlfriend.
This match was enough. I think mainly I'm annoyed because the fucking Bellas are still the WWE Divas champion. I just don't. They're not over. They're not particularly talented. I don't even think they're the hottest divas. I think they're definitely attractive women, but they're not like, oh my god. I don't get why they have to, be the Divas champion. It doesn't make any sense to me.
And going loser is not cutting it for anything.
And it really makes me confused about what they're going to do with Karma now, because is Karma going to fucking beat the Bellas? I mean, I'm not opposed to that, but I would...
Karma's just going to keep coming out and beating people up, but, just kind of like laughing Kelly off, and Kelly's going to kind of be the Gail Kim to WWE's Awesome Kong.
Yeah, which brings up a good point. Where was Karma? They had an opportunity to bring her out, do some damage. Nope, didn't happen.
It might be saving that for a little bit, because they haven't had her on a pay-per-view yet.
Yeah, they had.
They don't want to oversaturate.
On a pay-per-view?
Did she?
Yeah, she debuted at Extreme Rules.
They don't want to oversaturate her and use her too much, so people get kind of bored of it before.
Yeah, that's a lot to saturate with, too, so...
Saturation.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't care about the fucking Bellas, and neither does anyone else, so...
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're still, around.
You can't touch what you can't see.
You can look, but you can't touch. That's the theme song.
You can smell, but you
Isn't
can't
that the
hear.
song from Batman and Robin for Poison Ivy? I swear to God, that's the song. You can look, but you better not touch.
You can smell, but you can't hear.
Just Poison Ivy repeated over and over again. I need a girlfriend.
Same.
After the
match, not a single eligible.
The Bellas go up the ramp, and everybody's disappointed. And Cole exits his stupid Cole hole to get ready for the Kiss My Foot match. And up next, we get the promo video for the World Heavyweight Championship match. And it's Christian versus Randy Orton with the title on the line.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna call it now. Match of the fucking year candidate.
Match of the night, at least.
I'm
awesome.
putting it out there. I'm saying match of the year candidate.
Was it that good?
I'll throw it up there for a candidate for that, but it was definitely match of the night.
Yeah.
Was it that good? I kind of
It
out.
got me interested in what was happening in the ring, and that's a hard thing to do.
You can tell they have plans for Christian.
They had better.
I think that week-long title reign, the way that title match went, where he won that title, and then the subsequent week of people being excited for him being champion, and then the backlash after he lost the title, I think that really made WWE take notice. Like, wait a minute, we're on to something. This guy's always hot. I mean, these are people that have been wanting to see this for a while now, and they stuck by him even for the 5 days, and they're pissed that they didn't get to. So
why does everyone like him so much?
Who, Christian?
I don't think they care why people like him. I think they just care that people like him.
I was trying to mock somebody, but I was using the exact same voice I have.
But a perfect example of how over Christian is right now is everybody knows that the spot where, the heel throws a punch and they go, boo, and Ace throws a punch and they go, yay. Well, Christian and Randy Orton did that spot, but Christian was the one getting all the fucking cheers. Christian throw a punch, yay! Randy Orton, boo! Christian, yay! It's like, wow, he's always been. Here's the thing: he's always been over, but he never quite cracked the glass ceiling. After that match, I think it's official that he's over.
He just never had that it factor that you looked at him and were like, this guy's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta do something with him now.
I can definitely see where they got the whole, this guy's a hell of a hand, but he's not championship material from. But at the same time, you look at a guy like that for so long, you're like, shit, we got to do something with this guy because he's got the look, he's got the style. He just needs something definitive.
Yeah.
And generic catchphrase number 472 just ain't going to be it anymore. But I think they're starting to strike on it.
I mean, this was a really good back and forth match, and we have to commend the crowd in Seattle because they are fucking hot all night.
They were hot all night.
Yeah, I mean,
they were
Who's the
great.
UMO sign?
Even for the Divas title match, they were pretty on fire.
Yeah,
go.
It's always much better for a pay-per-view or any live show where you can tell that not only the crowd is hot, but that it's actually happening and it's not dubbed in. Because you can always tell when that kind of reaction is dubbed in.
You watch any show where it's dubbed in, you'll hear cheers, but you'll see people sitting on their asses like, okay, what's up?
Yeah.
Psychopathy.
Yeah.
Telekinesis style.
And each crowd has its own little unique sound anyway, so I mean, you can kind of start to hear for that same canned, piped in cheer that you always hear. That's why it's just never
like
going to
Kevin
do
Nash?
it. Anyway. All right. You got your standard Orton affair. You got Christian being Christian. But it meshes so well. They get that chin lock. Orton gets his rest holds that, he really does use those to build good psychology, despite what anyone says. I mean, he uses those effectively.
He's not a flashy wrestler, and unlike pretty much everyone else, you put someone in chin lock, you actually work it. You pull it back, you work it, you pull it back and forth, you make it look like it fucking hurts. You don't rest in the fucking rest hold.
I mean, you can tell the difference between someone who's working a hold and someone who's just like, okay, I need a minute.
He's slow and steady.
Yeah, I mean, he's methodical. And you can see that with, even back as early as when he used to do the whole, walk around a person while they're down stomping on their joints.
Yeah, the vapor.
I mean, they're trying to build up this. It's kind of like what Triple H had as this cerebral assassin, this calculated,
precision
villain almost. But even when he's not a villain, he is taking mental control.
He's got the magic chest hair of charisma glued on his face.
No.
Well, hey, it worked for everyone but Mike Knox.
I liked his beard.
Yeah, but I didn't like him.
And
he can hide things in it.
Anyway.
He had little candies.
Good back and forth action. People, well, of course, there's always going to be people that complain. And the one complaint about this match, pretty much everyone's like, this match was great until the finish, which I was more
complaint these days.
Yeah. I was more peeved that Christian. I mean, I understood Christian not winning. I wasn't upset about it, but I was kind of like, "Aw, this would have been a good time to put the belt," because the crowd was hot, and there were even some noticeable boos after it. But the main complaint about the finish was that Randy Orton hit his RKO out of nowhere, which I have a problem with, because he didn't hit it out of nowhere. He fucking tried it several times throughout the course of the match. He was trying to hit the RKO on Christian, and Christian kept countering it. And that's what you call psychology. That's what makes the match good. And Christian tried to put Randy Orton in kill switch, and Randy Orton kept countering it. I feel it's much lamer when, it's just a finisher and that's it. It's like, there was his finisher, that's it.
Some people might shout buried, but I think he did a really good job putting Christian over, even though we lost.
I think people just don't understand the difference between losing a match and being buried. I mean, Christian looked strong all the way through.
Oh, yeah, he looks great.
People complain about the RKO coming out of nowhere. That's what a finisher needs to be.
Why would you use a finisher that you could see coming a mile away?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why with most finishers, they get the person groggy so they can't anticipate it, even though the move might be something they can somewhat anticipate. For the kill switch or the unready or whatever you want to call it, Christian has to get the guy groggy to be able to twist them into it without them being able to snap out of it.
Yeah.
The RKO, you don't need that. You can just strike and just bam, you're done. Same thing with the stunner, same thing with the rock bottom. Choke slam. They're all the super kick, sweet chin music. They're all moves you can just hit, just bam, out of nowhere. This guy's fucked.
Yeah, the match really did look like it could have gone either way, even though we knew that Randy was going to win just for title logic.
Yeah, well done, I thought.
Yeah, they have not milked. Damn it, I was champion for 5 days and I won it again thing enough yet. I think they're going to have to go for another couple months and probably have a heel turn by the 3rd month. That's where I see it going. Yeah,
but for all intents and purposes, I didn't have a problem with the finish. Randy Orton hits the RKO. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still World Heavyweight Champion Randy Orton, which I expected to happen. I didn't really have a problem with him winning it. I don't
mind him as the champion. I don't see what the problem with him as the champion is.
The problem with him as a champion is that he's a babyface. And here's the thing that I've started to notice amongst older wrestling fans. We like to cheer for the bad guy because we're so fucking jaded and we think we know everything. And this is generalized statement when I say we, of course. But
yeah, we're not talking about anyone in particular or anything like that. We're just in general, from the crowds, from various forums we visit, from this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
People we talk to, hang out with. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that phase where Batman's your favorite superhero because of the villains.
Yeah.
As opposed to being fucking Batman.
And everyone,
as long as he wears the belt right, I'll like him.
That's the main complaint about Randy, and I think I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. If anyone is pissed off about Randy Orton being a face right now, they should blame themselves because it was all Smarks that turned him face in the first place. It was the Smarks that turned him face back during that WrestleMania where he faced off versus Legacy. Everyone turned him face. So the WWE didn't want to turn him face. They kept trying to make him a heel. But no, the crowd wouldn't let it. And slowly but surely, more and more people in the crowd started to cheer him. And as soon as you start to, this is the thing that always happens. As soon as the younger kids and the casual fans and the girls start cheering for him and stuff, that's when the internet fans are like, oh no, I fucking hate this guy. This guy never loses. It's a fucking face. He's not supposed to lose. Quit bitching.
Well, that's just it. They have to market people to those 3 people those 3 types of people you just listened to, because kids buy the merchandise. Girls are more likely to drag their boyfriends or whatever other friends to a wrestling show, and they're more likely to go along with it because I want that pussy. Oh, shit, how many ballets have you gone to just because, oh man, I love Swan Lake. And then the casual fans are trying to expand their audience. And that's it.
And plus, he has sideburns of power right now.
He grew up.
We're just filler in the stadium. That's all we are.
Time for wrestling preschool. When people cheer for a guy, he's popular.
Yeah, really. And
after the match, Orton does his mega poses, and Christian goes back in the ring and shakes Orton's hand, and they kind of hug it out to everyone. Like no one was really excited to see them hug it out. I think we were all saying one of them has to turn heel, so I can kind of see that. Oh, and we forgot one of the spots in this match, and which Orton applies a backwards Boston Crab. What does fucking Colt Cabana call it?
Crap, I forgot. Something revenge. No.
Reverse goat curse.
That.
The reverse goat curse. Because, he's from Chicago.
Picture the walls of Jericho, except Jericho turned around facing the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy Goat Curse, not reverse gout curse.
Okay. So just Billy Goat's
It's
curse.
got nothing to do with bridges and trolls.
I wish it did.
And then after that, we get highlights of feud
bridges.
between Michael Cole and Lawler. The next matchup is Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler. The only way to win is versus pinfall is
second to last match of the night.
The only way to win is pinfall or submission, and the loser has to kiss the other guy's feet. Kane comes into the ring, and he's in his ring gear, and Cole comes out dressed in his suit. Cole has a statement. He says he can't compete because he's medically cleared, and asks Lawler for understanding and compassion. Cole says his doctor won't let him compete because his foot has become infected, making it unsafe for Cole and Lawler. You see how bored I am? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I haven't cared in a long time.
Come on. This is the payoff. This is the rubber match. This is it. It's over. You, of all people, should be happy this is going on and just enjoy the match for what it was.
If
This
McFoley
sleazy little Bobby Heenan type heel commentator guy comes out.
Don't you dare sully the name of Bobby.
I dare.
Uh-oh.
He is so Bobby Heenan of the
A
2000s.
berserk button has been pushed.
He is. And you gotta fucking deal with it, man.
if Mick Foley was there,
Cole
he'd call
is
him a
Bobby
black man.
Heenan of the modern age.
I'm a broadcast journalist.
Oh, come on, man. How could he not say that he is?
I can't believe
He is. So anyway, you got this. He's doing exactly like Bobby Heenan would have done if he was in this kind of predicament. He tried to weasel his way out of it, and it doesn't work. He gets his ass kicked. He winds up pulling a Ric Flair on his own pants and just busting shredding them all over the damn place. He just gets his ass kicked from pillar to post. It's just fucking awesome and hilarious. And he starts to get some offense on Lawler, but to no avail. Lawler beats the shit out of him. That's really all there is to say about it.
So Lawler wins. Lawler ends up winning the match.
Lawler finally, the second rope fist and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
After the match, he starts taking off his boot, but stops. And he's like, "Wait a minute, I got an idea. And he points to the backstage area, and he's gesturing for someone to come out. And you're like, who the fuck is going to come out, JR? No, it's Eve, because Cole's been running down the Divas division this entire time. So, of course, a representative from them has to come out. And it couldn't be anyone but Eve. It couldn't be Talia, Beth Phoenix,
Well,
Kid.
to be fair, he's mainly done it during Eve's matches, so...
Yeah, but who doesn't? I mean,
For
there's
symbolism?
a reason for that.
For symbolism, I said it should have
And
been
I said it last night, I'll say it tonight. Italians with that olive color skin should not wear pink. It just doesn't work.
She's not Italian, is she?
Yes, she is. Yeah, she
I
is.
thought she was Hispanic.
Eve?
Yes. Her last name is Torres.
Yeah, she's got some Hispanic in her, but you cannot look at that complexion and tell me she's not Italian. I'm looking this up right now. Fuck it.
God damn it.
Symbolism?
She's
I
the
think for
queen
symbolism.
ever saw one.
Anyway, Allie, you were trying to say something.
For symbolism, it should have been Karma that came out.
It should have been. But it wasn't.
No, that would have been nice.
Let's see. Personal life. I love you, Wikipedia.
Oh, God damn it. You're not really...
Wikipedia has an article about everything.
At any rate...
In a background, but I swear to God, she is fucking... She's got something Mediterranean in her.
At any rate, Eve comes out...
Canadian.
Oh shit, she's got a degree in industrial and systems engineering.
Eve comes out, and she ends up delivering a pretty nice-looking moonsault to Michael Cole. And then Jerry goes, wait, no, I can't quite do it yet. No, can't do it yet. And he calls out good old JR. He comes out, and he has a bottle of barbecue sauce with him.
Made from JR.
Yeah.
I think.
So,
I want that barbecue sauce.
Pours it all over Michael Cole.
Yeah, he pours it all over Michael Cole. And then, we think that's going to be it. But while the faces are kind of celebrating the fact of finally getting one over on them, Cole slides out of the ring. He starts walking up the ramp. He gets a microphone, and he's like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to kiss your foot because I'm not a loser. Only losers would do something like that. And it basically ends with Bret the Hitman Hart coming out. Which was a nice little mark-out moment because we haven't seen him in a while.
I'm still stuck on the fact that Eve Torres has a degree in engineering from USC.
Yes, she's doing this. And dancing badly.
Yeah,
she was a sorority girl.
And basically...
Brother's smarter than a 5th grader, by the way.
Basically, Bret Hart chases Cole back down to the ring. He puts him in the sharpshooter, and Jerry the King Lawler puts his foot in his mouth. God damn!
Your mouth.
I'm not trying to be negative, but I really hope this is really the end. Because if it is the end, I'm fine with that. It's okay segment. But if
it's over. It's done. That was it.
Foot.
I hope so.
Cole has been absent from Raw so far tonight, so it's over. It's done.
So after that, we get our promo video for the I Quit match for the WWE Championship match. It's The Miz versus John Cena.
Woohoo!
Sean Cena.
Yeah, a lot of people hate this match just because, it's so predictable. Everyone knew Cena was going to win. Yeah, okay, we knew he was going to win. And, Miz looks really weak after that finish. No, he doesn't.
Well, to start off, let's set it up first. The setup for the match is that The Miz says there are no rules in an I Quit match except for someone has to say.
How many times did he say I quit after the bell rang?
It's not like that.
I know, but it's just funny because we kept on counting that. We counted how many times, after the match started, he grabbed the microphone and was talking about I quit matches and said the words I quit. Not, saying he quits, but, talking about how he's going to get John Cena to say I quit. He'd actually say it. It's just come on, ref! Come on!
No, I understand. It's one of those weird logical loopholes where
3 to 5 times or something like that.
Yes.
In this I Quit match, he's gonna say I quit.
Yeah, it was all over the damn place.
And someone goes, you lose.
Cool. Basically, Miz is like, I can use all sorts of weapons on you, but I can also use Alex Riley. And what commences is about a 20-minute ass-kicking of John Cena.
Oh, he gets, throttled.
Yeah, he gets owned.
It's beautiful. Talk about...
We compared it to torture porn.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's
basically... by the ankles and swing him.
It's The Miz beating the fuck out of John Cena. And John
Don't
Cena...
even prove it.
What?
God, how many times did he get whipped? I mean, they tied him down, held him down so many times, so many different places, and just whipped the shit out of him with a belt. Like, that made up a good 7 minutes of this 20-minute beatdown.
Yeah. He gets hit with a fucking kendo stick. They fucking throw him in. He gets his ass kicked.
The crane.
Yeah, they strap him over the crane of the camera and just start whipping the shit out of him.
And he gets kicked off the stage, and he gets stairs smashed over his head.
Yeah, he gets thrown through the barrier, and I don't mean like he gets slammed into the barrier and a chunk of the barrier falls with him. He goes through a piece of the barrier.
Yeah. It didn't look comfy.
And you talk about Nexus decimating the ringside area on their debut. Holy crap, Alex Riley.
Yeah, it really is just John Cena getting beat up for a long, long time.
Basically, went on a little too long. Because the ending was, like, sped up.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. It probably did go a little bit too long, considering what the finish was. But all in all, I wasn't too upset with it. The match, the turning point in the match comes when the aforementioned barricade spot happens, and Miz and Cena pull off a pretty clever spot. It looks like an unprotected chair shot, but it's not because he hits the top of the barricade first, and it just makes a really loud sound. So it looks like a
nice, good crack.
Yeah. So it looks like an unprotected chair shot, but it's not. And basically, Riley gets on the mic, is like, "Say it, John Cena, say it." And then we get a,
There's a ref bump in there.
There was also a ref bump, which is weird.
That's what made this spot possible.
Yeah. I still don't get why you need a ref bump in a match like this, but yeah, there was a ref.
So he's not right there to see what happens.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
Basically, it's I keep forgetting the word for it. It's pretty much
they wait till the match. What the fuck was that? Anyone else hear that?
No.
I don't know.
Hear what?
Oh shit! Never mind. That's me. Never mind.
I kind of wish the clip they used for the "I quit" thing was like spliced together, sounding like a YouTube boom. I quit.
Yeah, well, Alex Riley says to Cena, say it, and then we get the "I quit." I keep forgetting the fucking word as soon as I think of it.
It's a recording.
It's a recording.
It's Jesus.
It's
you couldn't remember that.
It's a take on what happened at Royal Rumble 1999 with The Rock and Mankind. It's
pretty much exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Riley plays a recording of John Cena saying, "I quit," and the ref comes to, he calls for the bell, and your new WWE champion is The Miz. But wait. The referee goes to get the belt outside the ring to give it to The Miz, and he sees a little recording device on the floor that fucking Riley forgot to pick up. Fucking Alex Riley. He is the worst sidekick ever.
When did the ref learn the ability of deduction?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, they're not usually supposed to be this smart.
Something about them doesn't quite add up. Recorder. Weird voice. Oh my god, he cheated! Cheater!
Yeah.
But yeah. So, Mike Chioda gets back on the mic and he says, I don't think so. This match is restarted. And that's when Cena gets his, prerequisite, little burst of energy. And basically, he puts Alex Riley through the table with a FU, and with the attitude adjustment. It's me.
It's not an FU anymore. It's an ah.
Ah. He hits him with the ah. And chases Miz up the. He takes off his belt and chases Miz up the ramp and whips the fuck out of him. Locks in the SDFU, And, no, it's just the STF. Damn it. He locks in the STF, and Miz says, I quit. Your winner and still WWE Champion, John Cena.
I can hear the IWC crying.
Yeah. People have...
I don't have a problem with it.
People say that it was... People are like, well, why would Riley be that stupid? That's the point. That's the whole point. It's echoing exactly what happened a month ago between The Miz and John Cena, where the exact same thing, where Miz wins the title by hitting John Cena in the face with it, but then Alex Riley is an idiot and holds up Miz's hand, and the belt comes flying out, and the ref restarts the match. It's echoing it's echoing the same thing that already happened. That's why
it's called foreshadowing.
It's called foreshadowing. That's why I didn't have a problem with it. It seems to me people have, like Tifa said earlier, people don't know the difference between what's a burial and what's a guy just losing the match. I'm sorry that The Miz isn't some dominating heel guy, but that's just not him. He's
how many title matches has he actually won without any sort of cheating?
No. You see, the point is he's all talk. He's all talk.
Yeah, there's that, and he always does something underhanded to try and cheat the system to win.
Yeah, and it is not that he can't win the right way, because he can. He's had clean victories. But the point is that why win the hard way when you can win what should be the easy way?
I know he's had his clean victories, but you can count those on one hand when it comes to title matches.
Well, yeah.
And that's the point. That's part of his character. He's this guy that no one thinks deserves to be where he's at in the company, and he keeps proving them wrong, but there's always that little caveat of, I kind of had to cheat to prove you wrong. And every time he does prove someone wrong, he won't shut up about it like he's the greatest ever, and everyone knows he's not.
He's supposed to be the...
Which outside of kayfabe actually does make him pretty damn good, because he's selling his character to the fucking T. And I don't get where people get upset by this finish, because, okay, if it feels a little bit rushed to you, alright, but at the same time, chicken shit heel gets caught in a submission hold where there's no chance of him rolling out of it, getting to the ropes, or getting saved by his buddy.
Why would
Has anyone ever been I mean, how many people here have actually been put in an STF before? That kind of hold.
I can't say I have.
It fucking hurts.
I have. It fucking hurts.
Yeah, okay, War Machine is popping in for a cameo. It fucking hurts. That shit does... I mean, even if you're gentle about it, just twisting your body in the proper way to be in that hold is not comfortable.
I've had my finger stuck in a car door. That hurts.
Yeah, well, that too. So, yeah, go ahead and tap the fuck out. Finish the match. Get out of there, and come back the next day with your silver tongue, and make your case for your next title challenge.
And people said, well, it was burying The Miz because John Cena had gotten beaten up, and then he had that one little burst, and then, he just gets up and he beats up The Miz. And I was like, he actually sold it, considering this is John Cena, and I agree that John Cena is very quick to no-sell the impact of any match that he has.
He was stumbling around after that match.
Stumbling around, he looked hurt. It didn't look like it didn't look like an easy fight. It didn't look like he hadn't just gotten through a fucking war. He definitely looked hurt. It looked like it took a lot out of him.
Also, I think that he hasn't been champion long enough to complain about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he hasn't had the championship belt for more than a year. This is just the John Cena show, and I agree. Maybe having a little bit more offense. Maybe if he FUs The Miz on one of the cars and then locks him in the STF, then we go, okay, well no, people would still bitch, but we could go, well, yeah. So his back is obviously fucked up because he got F you on this deal. I get that. I just don't get the other parts of the complaining about how it was handled, because I think it was handled about as well as it possibly could be. We all knew.
Blame time.
Go ahead.
I still blame time constraints though.
Yeah, they are playing the time constraints. I don't understand people complaining about it all the time. John Cena, he's here to stay, and he's a face. That's just what's gonna happen. He's the face guy. He's gonna be the face forever. He's gonna be.
He has a face
for at least another 5 years.
And I don't think there's going to be a time anytime soon in which he's not a face. So we can either keep bitching about the stupid little shit like this, or we can just kind of accept that it's going to happen and get past this point where we're always mad anytime they do anything with John Cena.
I've gotten past that point a long time ago.
Yeah.
To just accept what they're doing.
I mean, it's no different than Stone Cold back in the late 90s, when you really think about it.
Yeah, or even Hogan.
Yeah. So people getting upset about it, I mean, they need to understand that's every show, every drama has that guy. That's just all there is to it. I mean, it's...
Okay, they're just whining.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to put anyone down like that, but I'm just saying, think about it. I mean, think about any fictional work you read besides, the big disaster movie with the cast of millions that sucks anyway. Mm-hmm. So actually that kind of makes my point. Think about any drama or any kind of fictional work where there isn't, for the entire franchise, there isn't that guy. I mean, DC Comics has Superman. Marvel, I think it kind of shifts around, but right now it's kind of Tony Stark. Just the untouchable guy,
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is.
Superman is too much of a Superman.
Yeah. Pretty much anyone in the core Justice League of America or the core Avengers, it's that guy. And in WWE, you got John Cena and Randy Orton right now, and Undertaker.
You know what? It's Miz's fault anyway because he didn't bring his kryptonite bat to the match.
There's that too.
There's only a couple ways to beat him: kryptonite and magic. Pick one.
Yep. Or Sin Cara's magic lights.
Exactly.
For those.
You know what?
Yeah, that'd be the magic.
Yeah, that would be the magic. Just use Sin Cara's magic lights. Just turn them on for a second, and Cena will be weakened, and then you win the title.
Merch power.
I'd like to see Cena no-sell Janice.
Big spiked baseball.
Well, everyone else no-sold Janice, but
he pulls it out and gets a shit-eating grin.
Besides all that stuff, what were your overall thoughts on Over the Limit, Allie?
Sorry.
What? No, why are you sorry? Speak.
I gave it about a 7. They did a pretty good job. They could have room for improvement, but that's kind of typical. Nothing's ever perfect, but they did pretty good overall. And they did pretty good overall.
All right, that's fair. Digi?
With the direction that WWE's been going in, with what they have, I think they did a pretty remarkable job, actually, with what they had. And right now, that's a lot of young talent, and there's not really a lot of older talent in there right now. So they did a pretty good job at just having wrestling matches and that they were pretty good. I mean, yeah, there
going
was
in the right direction.
some low spots, but
Yeah,
what,
they're
we're
going in the right
always
direction. Tifus?
Well, again, and this is something I'll say about both of the major companies right now, is they are not doing a good enough job booking things far enough at a time. Even if you don't come out and announce that there's going to be, this match at the show until the last week, make it obvious that that's what they're trying to work towards, instead of just, throwing, out of nowhere, just throwing a match on a card. That gets old, and it gets annoying, because it's it makes it hard to predict what's going on. And I guess, okay, they don't want to be predictable and everything, but you're also trying to sell tickets. You're gonna be missing out on the random fans of whatever superstar that wanted to see that superstar wrestle and decide not to go see that show or buy that pay-per-view because, well, you didn't announce anything. Other than that, I'd give it somewhere solidly in the 7 to 8 range out of 10. Wasn't the greatest pay-per-view, but it's still an improvement over, I think, even WrestleMania, and it's hanging in there. It's good. I think it's the best pay-per-view of the month. So that's my thought.
It's not that hard to achieve.
No, but
Well, there were 2 pay-per-views this month.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about in comparison to there's the other pay-per-view this month, and there's also TNA's pay-per-view. TNA's been making improvements too, so.
Yeah, my thoughts is that I did think that this was a better all-around pay-per-view than WrestleMania. The last 2 WWE pay-per-views have really been better than WrestleMania was. And yeah, like everyone else has said, it had its flaws, it had its moments, it wasn't perfect, but it was still good, and that's all we really asked for, is for it to be good. A couple storylines came to an end. They have a couple intriguing storylines that are still kind of brewing. I would give it a 7 or 8 too. Not absolutely, completely, and utterly perfect, but still pretty good. And on that note, it's time once again for us to play our favorite game show. Well, not game show, more just game. Oh, whatever. What gets more screen time than Jay Lethal? Who wants to start?
I'll do it.
All right,
Really?
Magic. Heath Slater's magic pants. Get more screen time.
That's a good one.
Anyone else?
R-Truth's entrance music gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Wow, that's hard to beat.
Tifus?
I'm kind of torn. I'm going to go with Ric Flair's magically blading pants worn by Michael Cole, getting more screen time than Jay Lethal.
JR's barbecue sauce got more screen time than Jay
Yes.
Lethal. And I want some of that shit, and I can't. You have to order it online. I wish it was in stores. JR,
You got to order it online.
JR, if you're listening to this, put that shit in stores. I want some.
Yeah, because he's so listening to us.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
We'll have an episode of Brad Tries on this show.
Don't you know he's
Featuring Digifox as not Brad.
Yeah.
Just wear the hat.
Sit do it. If you send me some, I'll do it.
All you need is glasses, a suit, and to sit in a chair. Well, to sit in a chair barefoot.
And a beard.
Yes, the beard would help.
All
And a
those
snuff
things are
film.
pretty.
Get a snuff film.
Oh, and Del Rio's album Laughing at You. More screen time.
All right.
On that note, this has been the Dark Match, everybody.
I'm Tifus.
I'm Digifox.
I'm some guy.
No, you're not. You're Ali.
Oh,
Yes, I
yeah.
That's that guy's name. And I'm No Leaf Clover. Thanks for listening, everybody. Good night and good luck.
Woo!
Did I do
Boom
bad?
shakalaka!